In 2015, I was part of a group that made a new test for boots for violent situations. There were scientists, there were people from the British Standards Institute, there were end users, and there was myself, the humble bootmaker. And one of the things that was highlighted was the flame resistance of the boot. Now in that bottle there are 20 millimeters, and it's a mixture of toluene and petrol, highly inflammable. And what we do is we pour it over the boot. We pour it down by the tongue here, as you can see, and we pour it down there, you see that? And we pour it here on at the edge of the tongue, and we pour the rest of it up on top of there. And as you can see, the boot is well doused. The actual test is only 15 millimeters, but we've gone a bit further just to make sure. We then give that 10 seconds. So how are we doing on time, Chris?
5 seconds.
5, right. And that 10 seconds is just to allow the fuel to drain off the boot. So we've now had 10 seconds, so we'll take this drip tray away here, and we'll just move that over there. And now if you've got the lighter, Chris, you're at work, you want to set it on fire for me? And once it's burning, set your timer going. Right? Now, whoa, up she goes. Now, the idea of this is that, yeah, the boot will be damaged, obviously it will, it could not be, could it? But it will self-extinguish within 2 minutes. That's the test, okay? So Chris has got the timer going now, and we're going to watch it and time it. Now we won't do the whole video, it's a long watch of 20, but tell me, have we got to 1 minute? Where we're at now, Chris?
30 seconds.
How many?
30.
30 seconds, and as you can see, it's already self-extinguishing. And we just keep on running it like that. Now, I've tried this test with other military boots, including some we make, I have to say, and I've had boots which would be used in dangerous situations, and they've still been burning even more strongly after 5 minutes. I mean, if your foot was in them, you'd have a serious problem. How long are we now, Chris? 1 minute at the moment. Well, it's getting there anyway. And I think what's burning now is, these are flame-resistant laces. It's extinguished.
1 minute, 12 seconds.
1 minute, 12 seconds, and the boot's extinguished. And I put my hand straight in the boot now, and it's warm, but I tell you what, it's not uncomfortable. I could have had that on my feet, and I wouldn't have had a problem with it. In fact, I wanted Chris to actually wear it while I poured the petrol over it, but for some reason he refused to do it, you know. Anyway, maybe next time, Chris. So, all of us remember the dreadful bad days of the conflict in Northern Ireland. We see it in other parts of the world now. And in those situations, yes, you can have petrol bombs thrown at you. It can be all over the floor. You're standing there trying to hold a line, and this boot will give you the maximum flame resistance for that situation. It's not a fireman's boot. It's a military boot for that. It's lightweight. There's nothing. It doesn't add to the weight of the boot. The comfort's the same, everything about it. It's a cracking military boot, it really is. I mean, I'm so happy with this Ops boot. I think it's a great boot. So, flame resistance, the very latest test, you don't just test a bit of leather or test a bit of this, douse it in petrol and set it on fire. That's real flame resistance.